Welcome back to Simple Truth. We're pulling out some simple truths out of the story of David's life. We're in the story of David and Abigail in chapter 25. We're wrapping this up, which just simply is code for me saying another 5 episodes or so of this. But we're in verse 30, and this is what the Word of God says. And when the Lord had done to my Lord according to all the good that he has spoken concerning you, and he has appointed you prince over Israel, my Lord shall have no cause of grief or pangs of conscience for having shed blood without cause, or my Lord working salvation himself. When the Lord has dealt well with my Lord, and remember your servant. I love this part, right? Abigail finishes up strong. She finished this so well, right? She reminds David of the promises of God. First of all, do you know the promises that God has promised other people? Are you able to come up alongside and remember and remind them of the promises? Hey, when God has made you a prince, right? When God has given you what he said he is going to give you, right? That's important. You and I need to do that for each other. Hey, Andy, remember the promises that God has given you. Walk towards those promises. Folks, it's hard to hold on to promises when the world is swirling around you. God gives us promises, right, to keep us steadfast, to keep us looking in this direction, that when the world swirls, he never promises that the world is not going to swirl around you. But you cue in, you zone in onto the promise of God, and that is what is going to keep you. Hey, it doesn't matter what happens here. God has said this. Abraham reminded over and over, God, my promise, when the promise comes. Hey, and when the world started swarming around him, and he's trying to figure out how to get his promise on his own, no, you follow me. What is it? What happens out here? Jesus said to Peter, you choose to follow me. This is so astronomically important for you and I, that we cue in on the promises. What are the things that are ahead of us that are not going to move? The promises of God are sure. They're not moving. So when everything else is swirling, that is our focal point. The promises. And Abigail reminds him, hey, don't get caught up in all this other stuff. But the second thing she says to him is something that I say all the time at funerals and other places. Don't have any regrets. Folks, don't live today with any regrets. Don't live the day in such a way that when you get to the back, you look back and go, I wish I hadn't done that. Don't live it in such a way that you're going to be looking back over the years and go, I wish I hadn't done that. Now, we all have those. We all do that, starting with me. But we don't want to live our lives that way. We don't want to live our life any way we want today, and at the end of the day, I'll just come sweep it all up and clean it all up and then move to the next day. Some people live that way. And they just don't care. But sooner or later, all that stuff starts piling up. And you start having regrets. What Abigail reminds David is, hey, when you get everything God has promised you, you don't want to look back on this day and go, gosh, I wish that I hadn't done that. Right? She specifically says, salvation through yourself. Right? She specifically says to him, you don't want to look back and realize you made this happen on your own. You didn't let God do it. You didn't let God provide for you, but you tried to take care of things on your own. Most people have those moments. They create a stumbling block because they were prideful in nature. Look at what I built with my mighty hand. Look at what I did. Look what I accomplished. Look at what I created. Look at what I birthed. We have science now that we have taken God out of the process. He is not the creator of life. We decide to create life or not, is how we feel about that. So we could actually look at our children and we could say, look at what I have created. We have become like God. Abigail's warning David, this is an important principle for your kingship. If David had paid more attention throughout the rest, probably would have gone better for him. Don't live a life with regrets. Live a life of no regrets. Then at the very end, she just throws in this little thing. Hey, And when you get everything that you have, and you think about this moment, remember me. Same thing that Joseph said to the cupbearer and the baker. Hey, when you get free, when these things, remember me. There is nothing wrong with saying to people, hey, remember how God has used me in your life. Remember me. Right? Whether this is Abigail knowing something's coming that we don't know, right? Whether this is just something like she's pleading, like, I'm in a bad situation. I have to live with this guy. I'm married to this guy. Please remember me. Right? Whatever the reason, Abigail pleads with him at the end of this, remember me. So take those principles, you chew on them for a minute. We're going to see you next time right here, Simple Truth.